Good morning or good afternoon, everybody. My name is Elise Wilkerson, and today I'm talking about Project 3 and all of the different strategies and ways of doing things with math. It goes through different grade levels that the videos gave. And I believe that a lot of these videos were super helpful this week. They went into great detail of different ways to do things. So, for the first video that I watched, it was about second grade math. And this teacher just did number talk, and she asked the kids, she gave a problem and she asked the kids different ways to get the answer to this problem and gave just some different directions to go about it. Clearly they had talked about it before. It was just kind of seemed like a review. The second video was just using like using the cubes to break down the problem and ways to do it. The next video was about 7th grade math, talking about area and perimeter. This video was so interesting to me to see the different ways the kids got their answer. So basically she just gave them a rectangle and she asked them to find the area. So some of them kind of got confused. So she just basically drew a rectangle and gave them like a problem and said, this person thinks it's this amount, which was 9 inches square, and then the next one was 12 inches. So she asked them which one it was and how they got their answer. So some of them did the perimeter instead of the area. But basically the whole goal of this, she said, was about learning why they aren't the same and learning the perimeter of the square used. Just to show the different examples. The next video was basically just a different equation with a different group of numbers and trying to find the area. And she just used cubes, like she drew like squares in it to see, and because it was just so neat to just break down the way that she did it. The next couple videos, or the next video, was about the high school flipped classroom. I had actually never heard of this, and so this was interesting to me. It was just the videos were sent to students before class to watch. So students were held accountable to watch videos before class to be prepared for what was going to happen. They got to class and then discussed the videos, and then they had an activity that was called Find Someone Who. And what you did was you would get a piece of paper, you would do one of the problems, and then you would find someone else to switch with. That everyone had different papers. And then also they had the Khan Academy that some people did. So that was kind of neat to see. And basically this teacher did this because it worked with everyone's different learning abilities. The next one was children with learning disabilities in math. So they used all types of ways to build numbers. They used the algebra tiles, they used hands-on stuff, they used tablets, they used digital tools with voiceovers to show how they got their work, because sometimes it's hard for younger kids to explain their answer. So it's hard for them to write their answer. So they can explain it on a video or draw a picture with how they got it. So that was really neat. This teacher had it all like this made up on this iPad, and they just filled in the blanks and turned it in like that, and that was really neat and creative. The next one was tiered instruction, which was meetings where every kid is but having a goal. There was a formative assessment. There was whole group, which was not for very long. And then there was the agenda that allows self-direction, which was places where they can find the correct work to calm down. This one was very interesting and different. The next one was formative assessment that guided differentiation. Then it had the intentional pre-planning, which was never sitting still. They had flexible grouping, which is volunteer and pulling to check work. Sometimes kids would want to, sometimes they wouldn't, but he would do both. Learning from one another, differentiating for acceleration, which was bonus, but it wasn't for everyone. It was only for certain students that I think were ahead of everyone, so they got to just add some extra. The next was the Montessori Math, which was good for all students, even those that were a little behind with a type of disability or something, or even just those that were just behind in learning. This was like a whole different class. Yeah, this was like a whole different class, if I can remember correctly. And they were able to take the students and teach them all different ways in all different levels. There would be so many kids in that class with different needs, and they would teach them with different hundreds charts, all the just different ways. And I just thought that was so neat how they had this for students, and it made it so much easier for them. And it wasn't just in a structured class, so they could learn more one-on-one. The next one was using reading and writing in math. It was for the performance space for teachers. They took the work that was learned during the year to see the real life situation with the work that was given. So it was like a trig class, I believe, and they had learned all year long, and then they had this big project at the end of the year, and they all worked together, and it was basically the end result was involving the entire class. They used all of their materials that they learned. They had their equations. They used everything. It was so neat to see the different, just a way to use it in like real life, because I believe that this was like a real life thing that someone did for a living. So the kids got to see that, okay, well, math is not just, you don't never use math, but really some professions do use math. And that just showed the kids that, okay, well, we're not doing this for nothing. Then the last one was the blended learning with the Khan Academy. It had different, like Khan Academy has a coach mode, and I didn't know that. It's where the teacher can check the progress of the students, and it's helped with their homework, it's helped with their behavior that's been better, and its test scores have improved because the students can use Khan Academy with different work to help them. Instead of always raising their hand, they can use that to maybe help them before asking for help from a teacher. But anyways, this week was different. I feel like just with it was kind of everywhere, but I feel like there's a lots of things that I learned and that I will be able to carry with me as a teacher. So thank you for these videos, and I hope that you have a great week.